Oh, god damn it. I had my audio source muted. That's so embarrassing. Thank you for telling me that. Hi, Hepcat. Good to see you. I was just saying that I was tired, and if there was ever gonna be an example of that, it's me keeping my fucking microphone muted. Everybody does it? Okay. I appreciate the reassurance. I was just saying that I am gonna get interrupted with food sometime in the next 30 minutes. But I did want to start playing, and I am just gonna keep eating while we play. But it's pasta, so, you know, it's basically lore accurate. I mean, it's penne, not noodles, but you know what? We can just work with it. I was also saying how the fucking stuff tied onto the top of Eldoon's noodle stand, you just had spaghetti? Dude, so canon. Just like Eldoon's noodles. We're living that Apollo Justice life, bro. I was saying the stuff tied onto the top of the noodle cart looks so fucking precarious. The salt box isn't even closed. But anyway. Okay, let's get into the game. Wet salt. Yummy! Yummy, yummy, yum! June 17th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Hi, Ponold. Hi, Gonald. Hi. Hi. This is it! The big day! Did you get any sleep? Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so. Oh, what time did you wake up? 3 a.m. That's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. And the amazing Mr. Hat. Just looking at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo. That voice. Hey, get any sleep? Mr. Wright! I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the in-between passageway seem almost fun. Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today? Take a guess. How about Little Plum? That Sherman tank of a mom? Nope, guess again. That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy. It's barely morning and you're at it already, Trucy. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. It's... Apollo is such a bitch. I love him so much. He's just like, they're fucking weird and I can't stand it. He's so judgy. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Alita Tiala, your client's fiance. She's going to be a witness? But that seems odd. Would she testify against her own fiance? You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today, that much is clear. Well, not to worry, I've got my panties back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there. Oh, Trucy, how I adore. June 17th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kataki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up and it's a sold-out house. Very well, to recap. Well, yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party. Guilty of panty snatching. We did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, the Air Judge. And today, I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to take a look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside? The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all you see. To his betrothed. His betrothed? His fiancée, Air Judge, his partner for life with no chance for parole. Very well, you may show the, lucky lady to the stand. Look at her nefarious ass. Your name and occupation, Fräulein. Alita Tiala, my occupation is future wife. Ah, traditional values, I respect that. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded underwater. I'm starting to wonder how old this judge is. Ha! That's what Daddy always wonders. God damn it, I don't want to do anything like right. Fuck. Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution? To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first. Ageless judge. He is both immortal and 2 years old. We figured out last time that it's sort of a Gravity Falls several times clone situation. He just gets a new body and he like forgets a couple things in between. To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth. Honesty, another admirable trait. Why, I would marry you on the spot right now. You would? How much money do you have? He has grown on me a lot through the games. Yeah, just like his clones have been growing in the tanks and the tubes. Fräulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant, Waki Kitaki, confessed his plans for murder? Yes. The witness will please give her testimony to the court. Witness testimony. It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Waki found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols, and you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it. So the pistol did belong to the Kitaki family then? Yes, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms. And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it fired from the pistols the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven. How can you prove something like that? Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks. Rifling marks? Think of them as being a gun's fingerprint left on every bullet it fires. And when did you first hear about Waki's plan? It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. It was the day that the family health checkup results came in. That was the day of the murder, correct? Yes, everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Waki looked at his face went so pale. But of course, he had just found out he had a bullet in his chest. So, you were there at the time? Yes, poor Waki. When Waki found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. That must have been, quite frightening. He was furious. He ripped his report up into shreds. Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. A bothersome chore, but one I performed without complaint. Waki's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. I mean, he's 19. He's not like he's not like going through puberty actively. Like, he's technically grown. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute. You talk like a serial killer. Like, I'm pretty sure you've only killed one guy, but you talk like a serial killer. Great, now he sounds like a psychopath. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. So, is it easy to take a pistol out from the house? Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access. But Walkie's a special case, being the next in line. Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, yeah? Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthdays. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone. Sounds like he has a taste for sweets and danger. The point here being that Walkie had access to a pistol. And you already know what happened. No, we don't. What happened? Meaning the murder. I tried to stop him, I really did. But Walkie wouldn't listen. Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems. The last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss. She did it, though. Maybe she should be blaming herself, considering, you know, she did it. How can you say that for certain? How?
Objection!
Air Forehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fräulein. It was the defendant, Vaki, was it, who took the pistol from his home. We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So, how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah? That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point? Could someone else have used that pistol? I mean, she could have. Right? Because he had his knife. I'm just gonna bullshit. Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol. What's this? Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person with access was. Her? I mean... Yeah, it's gotta be her, right? Because he would have let her...
Take that!
Alita? Well, of course, I mean you, Miss Tiala. Me? But why? You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning.
Objection!
Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf. I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this... It does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, to be sure, but I think I would hesitate at murder. I'd hope you'd do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim? We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here? You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe. I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim. Well, bam! That looks like a medical chart. Found inside a safe at the Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. What? Miss Tiala, whatever. Why is your name on this chart? Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala? I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice. Our warm little fiancé just froze over. I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that? Miss Tiara, you testified that you had no connection to the victim. And I don't. Now. Now? I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Yes, girlfriend. I've had those. Women. I like those. Apollo's just like, am I right? That's not true at all. Why, I embrace the ones I love. Past stars and all, no matter. Objection. There's no connection now. Doesn't fly in a court of law. Doesn't fly? She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true. But you remained connected somehow. Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic. Her fucking shoes was there. Or, right?
Take that!
These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they? Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals. So sorry, Fraulein, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you. What's with you? I thought you were on my side! Perhaps you are unaware of the toes leave toe prints? A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all. Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Walkie back on the straight and narrow. This court thinks you need to worry less about Walkie and more about yourself. It sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story. Your sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder. Well, there's little point in denying it. Very well, the witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the Maractus Clinic that day? I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew what Walkie had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man. Too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets or anything. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend. By mistake, you mean the mistake we heard about from the defendant? The botched operation. He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know. That does make sense. She's like Dahlia Light a little bit. Walmart brand Dahlia. Yes, but there is still one thing which is not. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home. I would have worn those sandals home too. They're quite adorable. So, why were the sandals left behind? He pointed out the contradiction before me. This is what's so interesting about Clavier. Like, he's not just trying to cover up any of the flaws in the witnesses' testimonies. He's like, no, that's bullshit. It's so cool and interesting, especially having played the other 3 games now. Like, that's so sick. It's such a cool departure. There's probably a good explanation for this. Right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake? Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin. He's like, that's bullshit, but then he's also like, but it could be this, you know, wink wink nudge nudge. Like, he's not just waiting for you to point out the contradiction so that he can slap it down. He's like being proactive about it, which is more similar to Godot, I think. It's really interesting, and it's a really cool evolution, like, of prosecutor characters. Oh, it is nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation. Yeah, forehead? Oh, what the? No fair! But, like, he's setting it up so Apollo can knock it down. Like, it's so cool and interesting the way that he's like, he's fucking teeing it up for him. He's like, you know this, don't you? He's filling the holes in her testimony. The defense may begin the cross-examination. I did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year since I quit in January. Around what time did you go to the clinic? I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think. And that was the first time you had contacted Dr. Maractus in half a year? Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with. So why did you go to the clinic that day? I went to warn him. After all, I knew Waki had the pistol. Did you want Dr. Maractus to run away? Well, after I failed to stop Waki, I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem. Couldn't you have called? Why go in person? I called several times that evening, but no one was in. The victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night, remember? This was proven by the mirror yesterday, yeah? I thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure. Knowing the doctor. The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. You mean that act of malpractice on Waki, correct? If he had just told Waki the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened. True, that operation was the start of this whole affair. Oh, of course, if he'd told him, he might have been erased by the Kitakis much earlier. A disturbing thought. V knows that the Maractus clinic had ties to the Kitaki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police even if he wanted to. That's why I knew I had to warn him. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets.
Hold it!
No dark secrets, eh? What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing. She's hiding something, I know it. I must have some evidence that proves it, too. You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind. I wanted to tell him to be careful as an old friend. But then you'd be betraying Waki, wouldn't you? No, I did it for him, for us. She meant to warn him so that her fiancé would not have to commit such a crime, yeah? I didn't want them to take my Waki away. There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him. Do you know why she went, Apollo? Time to figure out what really happened at that clinic, and fast. I did go to that clinic that day. You walking in a pistol. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. Hi, I love you! Oh. I have food now. Are they just hating all of the clothes that you make them? Or, I mean, that you give them? Okay. Ah! That's such a cute version of me! Oh my god! Are you gonna make us fall in love? I hated the purple shirt that you got me? What? Did you see the stuff that I sent you? Maybe it's the style? Yeah, maybe. What kind of personality did you give me? You're getting ads? Oh, because it's been a month since you first subscribed. Yay! Hi, thank you for subscribing for a second month, my love. I need to change that message. I decided that, it's my job. No, you don't have to. I do it for the love of the game. You're gay, shut up. What personality did I get in Tomodachi Life? I liked my purple socks, yay! Energetic bubbly, yay! So far, I have made John Egbert, Dave Strider, Dirk Strider, Jake English, Jade Harley, and Rose Lalonde. Next up is probably gonna be Roxy. And then Jane. And then once I have all the beta and alpha kids, I'll start making other people. Made Angela. Congratulations to Angela on Tomodachi Life characters being able to be Arrow Ace. Did you see the stuff that I sent you that happened on my island? Thank you. I appreciate it. Mom brought me Parmesan, but it's definitely not gonna be enough, but I'm not gonna tell her that. Let me just ban this spot real quick. I almost called it a person. Wait, no, actually, after I make... I might make Hal next. Potentially. Excuse me, why won't you... There we go. Banned. I might make Hal, potentially, before I make, you know, start making other people. Because you can't make the alpha kids and leave him out. Make another island called Asshole Island for all the worst characters. Manfred von Karma goes on Asshole Island. We force Manfred von Karma and Christoph Gavin to fall in love. Wow, this mostaccioli isn't cooked enough. Gojo's banished to stupid idiot land. What if I made an island of all the worst people, every AA killer? Well, I think Violetta Cadaverini gets to live on, you know, non-asshole island, even though she was an accessory to murder. She did have brain damage, to be fair. Gojo banished on the grounds of I don't like him. You hate that stupid little twink. Oh, pasta is so good. You ever had pasta? Not like I have pasta. You never had pasta like I eat pasta, kid. I'm the pasta king of the world. Need to throttle him. One-sided kismisitude with Gojo. Parasocial relationship, but the relationship is a kismisitude. Gojo would enter into a kismisitude with you, but like only to get his mind off of Geto. And it would be like bad for him. It'd be reciprocated if he was real. I would kick him in the shins. You like make the kismisitude reciprocated on just by sheer force of will. You did do that. You did try to kill someone in high school with a big rock for pissing you off. Things that, if I had, like, a big fandom, or, like, when I have a big fandom or whatever, people would try to cancel me over. They're literally with their partner, even though their partner admitted they tried to kill someone in high school. And I'd be like, yeah, and it was hot of them. Aw, our Miis are dallying. They're frolicking through the fields. I'm like the real version of Alita Tiala. Like, I'm like if she was genuine about liking Waki. She literally said, the instability is kind of cute though. Or something to that effect. It's okay, he's a Nazi now, so it would have been better if I succeeded. Ah, the world would have been a better place. Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. Shooby doop boop boop shoo boom. I don't even care whether or not he was a nice guy. I'm just like, yeah, they tried to like kill somebody and it's cute when they do it. Attempted murder, usually cringe. However, there is a few situations in which it could potentially be based. I know of him? Is he one of the guys that like desperately wanted you to go to dress up as like Rick and Morty with them, or is that different guys? Oh. It was one of the Rick and Morty guys? Do you want to tell that story? No, that's my lore. I'll tell stream when I feel like it. Okay. We gotta make you a little PNG tuber. It's super easy. If you want to make, like, I can... It would be super fun to, like, if I gave you the list of, like, versions of the sprite that you have to make, and you just, like, made them and sent them to me, and I could, set it up where I could have you on stream with me. I would make so many. Literally all you have to do, one image with the eyes open and the mouth open, 1 image with the eyes open and the mouth closed, 1 image with the eyes closed and the mouth open, 1 image with the eyes closed and the mouth closed. All you need is 4 images. You can have more to make a more complicated version, but like technically all you need is the 4 images. He has no mouth, there's no mouth. Okay, right. Well, we have to make some indication that you're talking, so we could like... We could make it like shadowed when you're not talking. Or something. Different glasses shine or moss ruffled. Yeah, we could make the moss like shuffle a little bit or something like that. I also kind of want to make one for Ratman. He's a skank. That's such a funny thing to say about that character in particular. That repressed motherfucker. I mean, okay, Gojo is proof that being emotionally repressed doesn't mean that you can't fuck. But like, bullying. Oh wait! I forgot we literally made it part of the lore that he makes Solar think. Like, he makes my character think he's going out and, like, sleeping with people, but he's actually just kind of, like, sleeping in abandoned buildings and getting up to bullshit. Like, he's like, yeah, totally, that's what I'm going to do. Have sex with people. And not, like, because he thinks that, like, what he actually does is way more embarrassing. He's such a stupid skank. I love him. I think he's silly. Stupid idiot. No! He's niceies! He's literally niceies. I hate him. No, you don't. Okay. Alright, food is pretty much finished. Food is pretty much finished. Let's get back into it. Okay. I had to lean slightly to set stuff down. And it made me out of breath. I love having a body that works. The difference in PNG tuber quality will be immense. No, it's gonna be whatever you make is gonna be good. It's gonna be great, and I love you. That's a fun fact about me. Did you know that? That I love you? Why else would I have gone and not hiding any dark secrets? Why else would she have gone? She's not hiding any dark secrets. Oh, by the way, I got a desk mat. It's nice. It's not anything like super fancy. It's just like black, but it's working so far, and that's nice. Do I present the bullet here? I mean, no, I guess I just present this again. Because this is her dark secret.
Objection!
This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office. Yes. Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? Mind fitting me in? Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad, Air Doctor. And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Waki's failed operation. Interesting. You were in the same position as Dr. Maractus. Kind of makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. Doctor is responsible for the chart's contents. This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Too bad, little attorney. Ah, bitch! I see you! I knew it's gonna be like fiddling with the ring or something. My bracelet's reacting again. What is it, Apollo? I felt my bracelet tighten just now. Your bracelet? Just like yesterday, like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away. But I can't see anything, Apollo. Yeah? And what's my bracelet reacting to? Wait, maybe... Yes, that has to be it! What has to be it? Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine. Huh? I can't see it, but you can sense it. I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything. Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony, but we don't know what her nervous habit is. Well, then what do? You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo, with your eyes and your senses. And it's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow, touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. Why would I go to the clinic now for a half-a-year-old chart? Oh wait, what the hell? All of my tabs just closed. Apollo is canonically sharper than both Trucy and Phoenix. Yerp! Oh wait, no I didn't. Fuck. I just opened Krita on accident. God damn it. No, Krita, no, close. No, Krita, no, Krita. Fuck. No, close. Close the application. Close it. Close the application. Fuck. Shit. I have to wait for it to open all the way in order to close it. Okay. Hear it again. I'm looking at her hands. She's probably fiddling with a ring. Yeah! Let's hear it again.
Gotcha!
Why go to the clinic for a half-a-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. It was quite clear, Miss Tiala, you have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring. What? She was unsure. I saw it. Now, that's the key word. The chart wasn't a part of your past. It was a clear and present threat. That's ridiculous! Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it. Indeed. Yeah? Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. I've got her on the ropes now, I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow, with evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this. Because of the new chart. His checkup.
Take that!
A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Kitakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this? Nothing. Why should I think anything? Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself. Because you were afraid. You knew what Waki's chest x-ray would reveal. A full half-year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free. When the chart came back to haunt you. Yeah! That's all, Your Honor. What just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying? I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Oh, ads start in like 30 seconds. We are gonna hang back on the ads for anybody who isn't a subscriber. Because this is a visual novel, and I don't want anybody to miss anything. And instead, I'm just going to talk about Clavier. Dude, Clavier is so interesting. Right? Like, he's so interesting. Because he's different than the other prosecutors. He's not just, like, giving... Like, when he gave Alita an excuse earlier, like, he wasn't just giving her an excuse. He was setting her up so that Apollo could knock her down. He's already trying to be on that right-worth bullshit. On that working together kind of shit. Apollo just doesn't realize that yet. He's like, what the heck? Oh, what is he doing? And it's like, what he's doing is both his job and, like, trying to help. He's so gay. Yeah. He instantly fell. Literally instantly fell in love with Apollo. And who wouldn't? Instantly fell so hard. Yup. Oh, it drives me crazy. Like, just... Ugh. Pause on Apollo for a sec. I'm making him in Tomodachi life. Okay. We can move on to the next line. So it's a great era emanating from Air Forehead. Very cool. Taking a screenshot. Oh no, okay. I don't wanna... We have 22 seconds. I'll pause on Apollo in a second. So... Look at Alita's fucking gumpy ass face. And her nefarious ass hands. So the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. There you go, there's Apollo. I love that you're using me as his reference instead of like Googling or anything. Actually, I do need to go to the bathroom real quick. So I can leave it on Apollo for a minute and be back. Yeah, I don't need to Google, he's right there. Exactly. I'll leave Apollo on screen for you, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay, I'm back. Hello. Okay. We're good. We're good. Yeah, that took 10 minutes. What about it? Okay. That's correct. What's correct? Did you see him? The me. Oh, no, not yet. Let me look at the Discord. Oh, he's perfect! Oh, I love him! I love that so much. His name is Apollo Justice and he is fine. Hi, Romeo, you haven't missed a lot. I know I've been streaming for an hour and a half, but somehow you haven't missed a lot, because like 20 minutes of that was eating, like 15 minutes of that was just like getting the stream ready. The last 10 minutes, I just came back from the bathroom. You didn't miss a lot. Basically, you just missed me revealing, like, yeah, Alida Tiala did have a connection to the victim. She was the nurse at his clinic. And, like, she said she didn't have any dark secrets, but her dark secret is that she knew. Wow, who could have guessed? I know, right? Her dark secret is that she knew, that Waki, she knew that Waki had the bullet in his heart, or near his heart. And what we're talking about right now is, like, she was like, oh, I would have had no motivation to, like, you know, if I wanted that chart, why wouldn't I get it in the last 6 months? I would have had 6 months to get it, and so Apollo is like, well, something happened that made it so you had to go get that chart to make it so that your connection couldn't be known. Do you want me to show your me on stream? I forgot that's something I could do. Let me bring it up. Okay, hold on. Let me switch to screen capture. And let me pull the Discord over. Looky him! Him face! Beloved, I need you to do the head pat thingy for me. Oh wait, let me show them the me that you made of me. Look at them! It's me! That's me! Yay! Picking me up by the head and dangling me around. Look. Oh Jesus, I just accidentally made Discord huge on my second monitor, so there was just me. Wait, let me do that again and send a picture to the Discord. Just... Just gigantic. POV, Apollo Justice and yourself are staring at you. Okay. Alright, let me switch back over. Oh, no, not what I meant to do. There we go. Alright. Let's keep going with the game. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Maractus Clinic. But her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep. If the Kitakis got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala? You guessed it. Order! Order! I did it. I broke her testimony. Amazing, Apollo! I didn't see it at all. Oh yeah, I used my perceive thing, and we learned that canonically, Apollo has sharper senses to, like, perceive and sense people's, like, habits and lies and stuff than Trucy and Phoenix did. Daddy was right about you. And Nova is playing Overwatch. Is it because of the weird bracelet? Apparently it's also inherent. Like, it's a little bit... not a loaded sentence at all. Yeah, exactly. Wait! Miss Tiana? Wait, did I turn on autoplay on accident? Wait, hold on. Wait, no. Wait, hold on. What the hell? Wait, why are you doing that? Hold on. I wasn't pressing the button. Reader, story mode off. Key config. Autoplay. We're gonna make you fucking numlock. Or, minus sign. Or 0, I guess. It just started auto-playing. She hides the truth from us, this is clear, yet it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand. Why are you auto-playing? Very well, the witness will add this to her testimony, and we'll have a bit more cross-examination. Gugh, I was so close. You're still close, keep on her, Apollo! Why is it auto-playing? Bruh. Nothing happened at all. I warned him and left. How did Dr. Maractus respond to the warning? Oh, he was quite surprised. Panicky, even. Who wouldn't be scared to learn a Kitaki was after them? Incidentally, this court is not afraid of any monsters. Why, we had a life-threatening situation just yesterday, right here in this courtroom. Yeah, real impressive the way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hat, sir. After which, I carried you back to your chambers. Sounds like the judge had quite a fright. Nothing happened in Dr. Maractus' office that day, huh? But what about the mess we found? Something definitely happened at that office, Apollo. I know. But we can't prove when it happened. Nor that Alita Tiala was in any way involved. Well, let's try putting up some evidence anyway. Whoa, what the hell? Why is it freaking out? Have you tried quitting the game and getting back to it? Options. Here, let me save. to the menu. Yeah, okay, save, sure. Save complete. And go back to the menu. I did get a new desk mat today, but like it wasn't doing that before. Let me just fully exit the game. Back to the title. Yeah. Exit game. Yes. Krita, I told you to close. I'm gonna try unplugging my keyboard and my mouse and plugging them back in. And we're gonna open up Apollo Justice. Sorry for the technical difficulties. An error occurred while launching this game. The game is already running. Okay, well, thanks Steam. Perfect. Okay. Load game. Okay, what were we doing? Let me turn into it. Why would I go to the clinic now? Nothing happened at all. I warned him and left. Let me press her on this again. How did Dr. Maractus respond to the warning? Okay, it's not doing it anymore. Thank God. Oh, he was quite surprised. Panicky, even. Who wouldn't be scared to learn Akataki was after them? Incidentally, this court is not afraid of any mobsters. Why, we had a life-threatening situation just yesterday, right here in this courtroom. Yeah, real impressive the way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hat, sir. After which, I carried you back to your chambers. Sounds like the judge had quite a fright. Nothing happened in Dr. Maractus' office that day, huh? But what about the mess we found? Something definitely happened in that office, Apollo. I know. But we can't prove when it happened. Nor that Alita Tiala was in any way involved. Well, let's try putting some evidence up anyway. There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him. Do you know why she went, Apollo? Time to figure out what really happened at that clinic, and fast. Why would I go to the clinic now for a happy early start? Nothing happened, I warned him and left. Oh, the bullet! Present. The bullet?
Objection!
You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this. What's that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kinda like you, actually. Wrong! Apollo's a pretty guy! This bullet was found in the Maractus Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala.
Objection!
Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic.
Objection!
Meanie head. Yeah, for real. Ah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe? I guess the police didn't check that far.
Objection!
But there is a problem. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day?
Objection!
Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? Hmm? The pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder. Not bad there, forehead. I love that he's just so constantly impressed with him. Oh shit, there's an ad break. we're gonna give the non-subscribed people a minute to get back. And by a minute, I mean 15 more seconds, which always goes so slowly when you're watching the timer tick down. I don't know what to feel about Clavier as a prosecutor yet because he feels odd to the other ones we've known. Yeah, okay, the other thing you missed, Clavier as a character is fun though so far. Yeah, so one of the other things that you missed is that, like, Clavier keeps sort of, like, setting things up so that Apollo can knock them down. Like, he keeps saying things and then being like, unless you have something to prove that this isn't the case, right there, Forehead? Like, he keeps, like, giving Apollo home runs, basically. He's just, like, pitching things to him, and, like, it's like, fairly clear to me that, like, or Clavier, I mean, what Clavier actually cares about. Wait, what do you mean we get a prosecutor that actually fucking helps the attorney for once? It's crazy! It's such an interesting departure from, like, how things have been. And it's a lot closer to Godot. Because, like, the way that Godot wasn't just saying a bunch of bullshit, he was actually raising, like, genuine, objections and such. It's similar with Clavier, where the objections that he has make sense, and they're not just, ha, you're stupid and a stupid dumb idiot, as much as I love Francisca. But Godot was doing it in his Godot way. That's true. And he was, like, testing Phoenix, and he was, like, kind of being a dick to Phoenix, because he blamed Phoenix for Mia's death. But, like, Clavier, it's like Clavier is trying to see what Apollo is made of, and see where Apollo's priorities lie. Like, Clavier actually seems like he's having fun with it. This is why Apollo is the best, because it's a guy who likes his job, ex a guy who likes his fucking job. Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately. Okay. 30 minutes later, a report arrives. The rifling marks on both bullets are identical. Well, that was a fun recess. I enjoyed playing on the swing set with you all. Anyway, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position? Seems almost normal compared to the rest of these weirdos. Almost. Yeah, except for the fact that he's basically fucking... he's Harry fucking Styles in this universe. Like, he is... I don't know. I can't think of any male pop stars right now. He's Conan Gray. He's literally like Taylor Swift, if Taylor Swift was also... had a side career as a prosecuting attorney. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position? The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in that office on that day, and at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained the top-secret chart. Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus in order to open the safe? Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala! I'll pause when we get to Clav, love. Order, order, order! Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Alita Tiala knew about Waki Katachi's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him and then the bullet finally reached its destination? What? That reminds me. Apparently, the Kitakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money. A fortune, if you will. Here's Clav so you can make his me. He's such an interesting little critter. I love the sprite where he like leans forward like he's interested too. Like he's just like delighted to be delivering the information. Like, oh, you're going to like this. It's so interesting. I'm patting him on the head. I'm booping his nose with Apollo's finger. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Patting him head. Are his eyes gray or blue? They're blue. Sort of like a tealish blue, I think. Like a soft teal blue. He's so blonde. He's like Strider blonde. At least the blonde that I made the Striders. I really need to send you pictures of all my Miis. If you imagined a blonde man, you would picture this guy. The thing about him being, like, German and, like, oh, they're progressive in Europe. I'm pretty sure in the original, like, Love, you can check me on this, but in the original, isn't it just, like, he goes abroad, and it's sort of implied that he's supposed to be Californian? Like, in the Japanese version? At least that's the vibe I get. Is like, in the original, if you look at this fucking guy... I don't know either. But like, I think I remember something about that from Nico's playthrough. Are you done with your me, Love? Can I move on? He's like, I'm frozen. I'm frozen. Thank you. No problem. I love you. Nefarious, so she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune? Objection! You keep talking trash about my Alita, and I'll sue you, lawyer man! Huh? Me? Yeah, you said You said you'd abuse my Alita. I think you mean accuse. Same difference! Well, you can't have her. She's mine! It was me! I shot that doctor! Me! He left me to die, so I left him to die too, there in that park! Walkie! Just cool down a second, please! You keep your hands off my Alita, or I'll... See? Miss Tiara? I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've laughed so hard. Something funny? Walkie, wake up and smell reality. Alita, baby? The signature on the chart, the engagement? I mean, come on, it's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself. Alita, your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fraulein. Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway. So, the family fortune is what you're really after. That's right, I wanted the money. No way! That's whack! I ain't trying to hear that! Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question? Who, me? I believe you said you were going to abuse me? Accuse. Of what crime, might I ask? Huh? Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic. What? I would never do a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat. Wait, but... What are you talking about? Trucy? You had the most to lose if that chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol now, did I? Well, you could have taken walkies. You'd think he'd have mentioned that, no? All I've heard him say is, it was me, I shot him.
Objection!
That's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude in this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point. What point? Certainly, the Fraulein wanted that chart. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe, but then... Wouldn't she have taken the chart? Oh. You see? That chart wouldn't have been left in that safe. Also, I love Clavier's wall slam. Yeah! It's a fun little variation! The only person that we've ever seen interact with the wall is when Manfred von Karma was slamming his head against it. Ah! He's right. Miss Tiara. Yes? It is clear to this court that you are not a very good fiancé. Shame on you. And here I thought that you were just such a nice girl. Like that Dahlia Hawthorne. I don't think that you or Romeo... I don't think either of you were here earlier, but I was calling her, like, Dahlia Light. Like a little diet version of Dahlia. Diet Dahlia. Walmart brand Dahlia. Hydrox Dahlia. Oh, I'm flattered. Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day. Don't forget, we've proven that you were at the Maractus Clinic on the day of the crime. I was thinking too, she's died Dahlia. Yeah! Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole that pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not. Ah, the Clavme! Okay, let me pull it up. You made him so tall and skinny. I love his eyes. And the skin color is very accurate. This is really good. Love, love, love it. You did so good. I love you. Also, you think she worked at that computer place where everyone's name was a palindrome but got fired because hers is just an anagram? Yes. I am patting Clavier on the head. Pat, 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 pat. He deserves it. He deserves pats. Okay. Okay. Back to it. You went back later? That chart was dangerous, you understand? I needed to get rid of it. That's why I went that day. But you couldn't get the chart then, could you? And later that night, Dr. Maractus was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place. Ah! That was you? Ah! Apollo! That sound, it came from behind this door! Someone's in there. Break in! They left through that window. So you were the burglar. That was you two? If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart. What? That's trespassing, and brazen at that. Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know. In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination. Admitting the little crime to avoid the big one, eh? Where have I heard this one before? Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. Why that day? That brat was uncontrollable. He was ready to kill. And that would bring in the police, and that chart would become evidence. And I'd be hung out to dry, sniffle. But the police didn't check the safe, did they? Well, they thought the crime scene was the park. I'll make sure the responsible parties feel the heat. Such sloppiness won't be tolerated, yeah? Kinda thankful for that sloppiness myself, actually. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. When I heard what happened, well, I was too scared to do anything that day. So I waited until the day after. The 16th, was it? Of course, you and that meddling kid had to get in my way. But why did Dr. Maractus keep that chart around? It was clearly dangerous for him. He could have burned it. Because he's a coward. The chart was his insurance. Insurance? My signature on that chart, to be more specific. That made sure I couldn't betray him. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole that pistol, do you? But you could have stolen it. Could have? Is this some new definition of proof? We'll ask Walkie. He'll tell us.
Objection!
Might I remind you, this is a cross-examination? You might want to keep your baseless series to yourself. He's right, isn't he? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Yeah, but... But what? You have nothing to say. This case is over. Why did you come to them, then? That's a good question. It was over the moment that brat was seen in the park. What's the point in dragging it out any further? I think she just wanted to see if she could get him off. Well, hold on. I would think she wanted to see if she could get him off the hook. She may suck, but goddamn, she serves. She does kind of serve. You know what's funny, though? She doesn't serve as much as Dahlia. Like... She really is like Diet Dahlia to me. Like, I've tasted Dahlia now. Like, this imitation, it's stale. A manipulative woman in Ace Attorney, groundbreaking. No one could outserve Dahlia. True. For true. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not. Interesting thing to mention.
Hold it!
The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes? So it seems. Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the head, in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple. Yes, we heard testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head to look and was shot.
Objection!
But that testimony was proven to be a lie. Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Sister, did witness the crime, but he was standing to the north next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. Loud as fuck construction. Oof, that sucks. How dare the construction interrupt Apollo Justice time? If Mr. Sister shouted from this location, the bullet couldn't hit his right temple. Silly attorney. What? Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning? Do you remember, Trucy? I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. But, Trucy, you should really eat more. We can't really afford it most of the time. Me and Daddy don't make much money. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna actually kill him. What'd you say, Polly? Nothing, Trucy. Don't worry about it. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can be only one explanation. The panties guy was mistaken.
Objection!
But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken.
Objection!
Then why don't you show us, Air Forehead? Show you what? Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. If the witness, Panties Guy... I love that they're just calling him Panties Guy. Was standing to the north. Then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim? But wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple? I merely laid out the facts for us. It is up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. If you can, that is. Walkie-talkie was standing at the killer mark. Wesley Sister at the witness mark. And of course, Pal Maractus was at the victim mark. Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing when they shot the victim? Someplace else. As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location. What are you talking about? I don't see any other place. Apparently, Mr. Justice does. Well, let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from?
Objection!
It's time to raise the roof and the stakes. Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? But what if they were a bit more terrifying? Fuck yeah, air guitar! Like so. Double penalty? Air Forehead wishes to take us in a new direction? Then he must be ready for the challenges ahead. Challenge accepted. It's justice time. Are you sure, Apollo? The key is the witness, Mr. Sister's testimony. If we believe that and we know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, there's only one place the killer could have been. I don't think prosecutors can do that. They can if they have enough aura. Apparently. Godot could. Clavier can. I think it's just a matter of aura. The killer shot the victim from here. Wha-pow! I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiala. What do you mean? Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we were prepared. We know that Wesley's sister was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley's sister was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men. He shouted just as he told us in his testimony. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple. Oh no! Oh yes! Which direction was his right temple facing at that moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand! Yeah! We're getting it now, baby! Order, order, order! So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand?
Objection!
Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Maractus, came to the park, revealing his own murderer in the cart behind him. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I think you'd notice if you were pulling someone along.
Objection!
There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place?
Objection!
Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proof, baby. Yeah, I did take a screenshot. Yeah, I did. What about it? Oh, there's ads starting. Show us evidence that proves someone was in that stand. Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in that stand? Okay, bro. Listen! Listen! I'm a simple man! I'm a simple boy. I've got it right here. Intriguing. Let's see what you've got. Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand. Would it be the bowls? Because we saw a shit ton of bowls, like, stacked up in the Maractus clinic.
Take that!
Thoughts, Prosecutor Gavin? We have a choice between heaven or hell. Either our brains are damaged or our foreheads is. I wonder which it is. This court finds Mr. Justice's brain faulty. Fuck! By majority vote. Time to pick something else. How about showing us the right evidence this time? Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand. Fuck! First time seeing ads. Oh yeah, your subscription probably ran out. Romeo's first time helping me make money. I just had a mini heart attack. I almost dropped my water bottle on all of my shit. Anyways, I'll be real and say I might not understand a lot of the stuff in cases for a murder mystery fan, but I still like being along for the ride. These are very American ads. I'm used to Filipino ones. You're so valid. Welcome back, though. Thank you for helping me make money. Okay, what proves... Oh, the slippers prove that someone was in the stand. Because of the fucking... shoe print.
Take that!
The Maractus Clinic. And they're covered with paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene. And... a single slipper print was found at the scene. Right next to the noodle stand. Ah! Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the left slipper. No! In other words, this is proof you were inside that noodle stand. Yeah!
Objection!
Yet there was only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint in good faith?
Objection!
Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on a cobblestone path.
Objection!
Yet you still cannot say this is a footprint, yeah? Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground?
Objection!
That's just dumb. One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle making trade. There's no room for a person to ride in there. The music is so fire. True! I'm just jamming. Not unless they already put out the bowls in the clinic. So true, Romeo. You have a point. Could someone have hidden in that stand? Apollo, I think I might be onto something. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be... Well, Mr. Justice? Do you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand? I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear space in that stand. Now we present the bowls. Also, damn, yeah, the music's really good when I can hear it instead of the drilling. Rude of them! How dare they interrupt Apollo Justice music?
Take that!
This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldoon's Noodles noodle stand. Yes, and what about it? We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday. In the lobby of the Maractus Clinic. A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic. Mr. Eldoon was very clear about those bowls. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there too. Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside that noodle stand. Space created at the Maractus Clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala. Stop! I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines. I would like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent. Show me an innocent, I'll show you a fairy tale. In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. The witness had both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Maractus. More fairy tales! This whole trial is a fairy tale! Then please put us back down to reality, Miss Tiara. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself. This is it. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand that night? And what was Alita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case. That night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kataki family's hands. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Katakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. You knew about the botched operation, so you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself. I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that brat got his health checkup report, and that he was coming to settle the score. I see. Very well. Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth or it's over. That night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. I just fucking realized this is the second time a former nurse was the culprit of the second trial. We're playing all the hits in this game! All the hits!
Hold it!
So you did go to steal that chart. Were you listening? I said I asked him for it. The victim was a man in good health. I don't see how she could have coerced him. True, it would have been impossible without a pistol. But what if she did have a pistol? I'll admit I wanted the chart. That much is true. My reason was simple. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kataki family's hands. Telling the truth about that. It certainly would have put a damper on your wedding plans, I'd say. Not only that, if the Katakis had gotten that chart, I'd probably be with Dr. Maractus now, pulling that great noodle stand in the sky. It seems our witness was in a fix as well. Who would want to die pulling a noodle stand? When I die, it will be by disappearing mysteriously in the middle of a magic act! Love! What's her trick that she does when she lies? She fiddles with her ring. Could we be a little less morbid, please? So you see, I needed that chart. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand.
Hold it!
He didn't understand? Oh my god. About the Trucy line? Yeah. I took a screenshot. Yeah. Yeah. That one's gonna hit later. He didn't understand? He wouldn't listen to a word I was saying. The moment he saw me, he started to tremble. Huh, I thought, what a sad excuse for a man. Please don't smile like that anymore, it's creepy. He was practically delusional. For some reason, he thought the Katakis had sent me.
Hold it!
They sent you? He thought the Katakis had sent me to get the chart. It makes some sense. You're their son's fiancé. Don't make me laugh. The Katakis send me? They don't play that way. If they'd known about that chart, they would have gone in there with guns blazing. I couldn't convince the trembling doctor otherwise. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him.
Hold it!
If that was really all that happened, what were all those noodle bowls doing there? How should I know? There weren't any bowls when I went, I know that much. Why don't you let me be and go look for your killer someplace else, alright? Do I detect uncertainty there? This is my last chance. Apollo, any word from your bracelet? Yeah, actually. I felt it respond. I couldn't see a thing. It's up to you, Apollo. Time to perceive the truth. Here comes justice. Okay, all I did was talk to him. I had no intention of overletting that. Dr. Maracus didn't understand. For some reason. Does it fucking talk? Ah, there it is! She fidgeted with her scarf. She's lying about saying all she did was talk.
Gotcha!
All I did was talk. And lie. What? Show me proof! I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confidence and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words. My twitch? What are you talking about? I don't have a twitch. I stream on YouTube. You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf. What? This is working better than I'd hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth. Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth. Twitch? Like twitch.tv/solar-stargaze? Oh my god, that's my favorite streamer. It seems that when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? Seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the Maractus Clinic office. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. The lamp?
Take that!
What's that? You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state. I really do like how this minigame makes more intentional use of the sprites. Yeah! Same. It's really cool. Like, it means that if you pay enough attention to the sprite, like, it draws your attention to the art more. And I think that's really sick. It's both a really interesting mechanic and a way to, like, bring appreciation to the art of the game. Well, spit it out! This talking in circles nonsense is killing me! Very well. The answer is very simple. Miss Alita Tiala, please remove your scarf. Really putting the visual in visual novel? Yeah!
Objection!
This is a trial to determine what happened in that park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target.
Objection!
We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting. As soon as the witness removes her scarf. I won't do it! This is insane! I'm an unrelated third party! You can't order me to remove my clothing! Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven. What? You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf. No! No! I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita Tiala? Your neck. That isn't what I think it is. Something did happen that night at the Maractus Clinic. You needed to get that chart back no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiancé's pistol to do it. But wait. Looking at this lamp and the witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness. Specifically, you tried to threaten Dr. Maractus and he attacked you. Yeah, he strangled her with the cord. That's what happened that night at the Maractus Clinic. I really do like Alita's design, though. I think it's really cute. Like, her outfit and stuff. Bailiff, can you please clean up the feathers everywhere? It's bad enough when we have to clean up the confetti. Order, order, order. Will someone please tell me what really happened? I told you the truth already! I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maractus. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you. Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient. We have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me. So you can save your own skin? What? I know what you're up to. You want in with the family. And if they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. But if I'm going down, I'll want some company. You! And what happened next? I think Alex likes me. Let's go! Our love transcends dimensions. Well, is Tomodachi Life me right? Does Alex maybe like me or something? Like, do you like me or something like that? That is crazy. He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord. Pal Maractus is serious. Deadly serious. Not yet in game, IRL. I need to decide on an engagement ring soon. Shut up! Shut up! You're gay! I like you. Ooh, the cramps are getting bad. Can't wait until I don't have those anymore. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out. Oh my god. He put her body. I forgot about this! You're like, are you /J or /SRS about marrying me? And I'm like, it'd be pretty fucking embarrassing to buy the ring as a joke. Ah, shut up! You need to tell me. You need to tell me what engagement ring you want. And then I would probably need to ask you for a little bit of money for help buying it. No, that's why I'm on Twitch. Y'all saying this in Twitch chat? Yes, love is real. Love is real and it's in this Twitch chat tonight. This is why I do Twitch, to make enough money to buy them an engagement ring. That's what the APOLLOTHON is about. The APOLLOTHON is actually about making enough money to buy them an engagement ring. We've been talking about it for over a year. It'd be kind of cringe if it wasn't /SRS. Yay. Seriously, though, we gotta look at Etsy again, and, like, other ring shops and stuff, and... Because, like, I've been thinking about it, and that one that I was looking at... This is not a... I don't have to have this conversation in Twitch chat, but the one I was looking at, I was thinking, like, maybe that one's more of a wedding ring, and then engagement ring is, like, supposed to be, like, fancier most of the time. I don't know, man. What if we just go with the Narumitsu wedding rings? What if we just get the Narumitsus? But then we have to decide which one of us is Phoenix and which one of us is Edgeworth. Romeo can assign me and Alex right now. Romeo, you gotta can assign me and Alex which one of us is Phoenix and which one is Edgeworth. Alex Phoenix, which means you have to be Miles. Interesting! Why is beloved Phoenix? Am I Miles Edgeworth just because I'm, like, slightly less repressed now? Funny considering I was the Edgeworth. What, filled with unnecessary feelings? I think we're both in different ways. We are like an amalgamation of Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth. We're like if you put them in a cauldron and boiled them and combined all of their traits, and then you tried to, like, separate them back out, and they all... It's like mixing Play-Doh. You never really get that shit separate. I just remember the time I heard Alex and VC arguing about C. Phil's morality, and it kind of gave me the same vibe. Oh my god, wait, yeah, literally I was the Phoenix chasing them into a relationship. Like, my senior year of high school, before we were even together, I had an art assignment due at midnight. And, it was like my final project. Like, it was worth a significant portion of my grade. And I was making it in between messaging them because we were having a conversation where they were absolutely convinced that eventually we were just gonna drift apart. And, like, I was just gonna end up drifting away from them at one point. I ended up late on that art assignment because I considered it more important to just, like, tell them with absolute fucking certainty, no, absolutely not. You're not just gonna fall out of my orbit. I'm sticking around. I'm pulling you back in, whether you like it or not. Shit, I'm changing my decision. You are literally Phoenix Wright. Fuck! I did tell you at the time to do your art. Fuck, I'm literally Phoenix! I'm literally the art student! God damn it! Listen, wait. Listen. I'm Feeny. They are repressed Edgeworth. Okay? But I'm, like... I'm evolved Edgeworth, and they're, like, 7-year gap Phoenix. This is how we're both. This, the thing about Beloved is that people tell them that they come off with, like, a mysterious vibe, and that's why they're Beanix. Yeah. You're a little bit of a mess. You're constantly fixing everybody else's problems, but, like, neglecting your own. You're a cryptic bitch. You, like, excel at shit. You're just kind of, like, the best at a whole bunch of shit, and then you're like, no, I'm not. It's literally not a big deal, shut up. It's literally... Meanwhile, I'm like, god damn it, the time difference means I keep missing them, and, like, I really miss them, but, like, I'm doing better than I have in a really long time. You are accident prone, this is true. Do I get to tell them about your teeth, or is that a lore that you want to save? What? I just feel like I've got a lot of, like, Edgeworth post turnabout goodbyes energy. I don't know myself, IDK, what AA character I am. You can tell him. Did you guys do the molars thing? Shut the fuck up! Mods, ban. Timing Romeo out for 30 seconds for that. How do I time you out? I don't know. You're lucky I don't know how to time people out. No, we did worse. We had, my first kiss in the airport, meeting them for the first time. And they bought specific chapstick to kiss me with. You guys had an airport kiss? Yep. Wait, shit, did it remove all of Romeo's chats? Well, not necessarily my favorite song. But... Oh wait, shit, Romeo has ads now. Romeo chat has lost medias. No, not necessarily, because, yeah, my, Streamlabs has been recording. Yeah, it's in the recording. My Streamlabs has been recording the whole time. So, it's fine. I'm gonna take the opportunity to take a drink, because there are ads going on. by the way, when you do, like, gift subs and stuff, you know you can send a message, right, and it'll read it with TTS? Anyways, you guys have something really beautiful, and I'm happy for y'all. Teehee! Teehee, yay! Yeah, so, with the, airport kiss, we had talked about how, because of their various medical maladies, they always use mint chapstick because when the capsaicin, or not capsaicin, when the menthol? When the feeling wears off, when the minty feeling wears off, that's their physical cue to reapply the chapstick. And the thing about me is, I hate mint. I don't begrudge anybody who likes mint. It's just that it sets off my sensory bullshit really badly. Yeah, menthol. There we go. So I joked with them when they mentioned that they always have mint chapstick. I was like, you better not kiss me for the first time with mint chapstick on. I fucking hate mint. And I was like, joking, you know? Turns out, so also unrelated to this, there is a singer named Leanna Firestone, and I really like a bunch of her music. Specifically, I like the song Strawberry Mentos. Sorry, my little brother just started playing his guitar in the next room and I got distracted. I really like the song Strawberry Mentos because it's about, like, you know, it's really cute. It's like, you started eating my favorite candy so that, like, when I kiss you, it tastes like my favorite candy because it makes me smile and you like making me smile. Like, it's adorable. It's a really adorable premise. And so I told them once or twice, maybe, about that song and how I thought it was a really cute song. It's not even necessarily, like, my favorite love song in the world. I've just got it on my, like, love songs playlist, you know? Told them about it once or twice. So then, it comes around time for them to come visit me in person, and we were talking about how I thought it would be really romantic to be able to say for the rest of my life that I had my first kiss in the airport with the person that I'm gonna marry. So that was the plan. So they got there, and I ran up and I gave them a hug, and we had both bought each other flowers. They bought me roses, and I bought them, a bouquet of, like, pink and purple flowers and stuff. Because I thought the pink and purple flowers, and it had green in there too, so it was like a combination of both of us. And they bought me roses because they know that I like sappy, cliche romantic gestures because I've never, like, had them before. So, we gave each other the flowers, and I was kind of nervous because I didn't know how we were, like, doing, like, the kiss thing. And then they just kind of, like, gently but firmly grabbed my hands, or my face in their hands, and just, mwah! Just didn't give me time to freak out about it because they knew me well enough to know that if I had time to think about it, I would freak out. So, they just smooched me, and I was like, that has a really good taste to it. Turns out they fucking bought strawberry Mentos flavored chapstick to give me my first kiss with. Because they remembered that I liked that song. That I mentioned once or twice. So, you know, if people ask me if I'm, like, happy with my current relationship, you know, yeah, I'd say a little bit. I'd say it's a little bit nice. I'd say they're pretty great, yeah. Romance movie type scene. Genuinely and literally, yeah. That's my first kiss forever. Also, they bought my favorite candy. It's Pink Starburst. Yep. And they bought me a whole bag of Pink Starburst for Valentine's Day, and that's what I nom on whenever we're doing Emma Sky scenes where she's not munching. I just keep it on my desk. Yeah, they bought me like a pound of Pink Starburst. And the nice thing about Pink Starburst is that they just, like, don't go bad. They get, like, a little crunchy when you're initially biting into them as time goes on, but, like, you know, my absolute favorite candy. Because, like, there's a big difference between, like, fruity candy and, like, chocolate candy, you know? Like, they're very different vibes, even though they're both considered candy. So, like, my favorite, like, fruity candy that's nice to just, like, have, you know, like, laying around would be, like, Pink Starburst. Because they're my favorite type of Starburst. They're the best kind of Starburst. Fight me on it. Talk to the wall. And then, yep, my favorite kind of chocolatey candy is Reese's, specifically Reese's Eggs, because I want to see if they've got what I always say. It is the chocolate ratio. They have the best peanut butter to chocolate ratio. And I eat them in a very specific way. But yeah, I think my partner knows me, like, kind of well. I think they know me a little bit well. And I have a really terrible memory. So I keep a notes app list of their favorite things. They really like lavender. I buy them hearts on Valentine's Day, but I like to buy boxes of eggs. Yeah, they just buy, like, bulk boxes of Reese's for me sometimes, in, like, the special holiday kinds. They really like lavender. Right after we got together, their birthday was, like, very soon afterwards. So I bought them with my money from the job that I had at the time. I bought them a bouquet of dried lavender. And they still have it. And I special paid for it to be delivered, like, that day. I had to find, a flower shop near their house in order to have it delivered that day, and I think I paid, it was something like £70, so it was like $80. It was worth it. Their favorite fish is the coelacanth. Yeah, they're still on a vase on their shelf. Their favorite movies are Ice Age and Ice Age 2. They like crab sticks, they like soft pretzels, and they like savory things. They like a lot of Asian food. Their favorite Pokemon is Abomasnow, and their favorite Sanrio is Carabi. I love you! You're the Carabi to my cinema roll. I love you because Ice Age. My little brother's kind of shredding it on the guitar in the other room. Let me see if you can hear it. No, you can't. Damn. But, yeah. We're kind of, like, disgustingly cute. We're kind of, like, abysmally, disgustingly, horribly cute together. So, you were the victim. Oh yeah, we were having a big revelation. I just have a fully committed memory of what foods that Bubba likes down to things that they've tried one time. Very sickeningly sweet. Good thing. Thank you. So, you were the victim. I forgot we were having, like, a whole revelation. The reason that fucking Palmaractus... The reason that fucking Palmaractus had her in the noodle cart, he's the one who took the bowls out of the noodle cart, and he was pulling the noodle cart because he was trying to dispose of her body. So, you were the victim. And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick. Ah, it was lipstick, not paint. I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There, are you happy now? I was out cold, almost killed. And you claim I then snuck into that noodle stand. But how could I? Ah! Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Maractus Clinic. And it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself. I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it, it's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now? You bear some responsibility for events that day, true. Yet if you were also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala. When did this happen? Suddenly, everyone's sympathizing with her. Apollo voice. Can the voices stop being gay and let me do my job? I would love it if the voices would stop being gay and let time resume so that I can keep doing my job, please. I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala? Very well. This finishes the cross-examination of this... no! Oh, wait, no! Fucking Clavier objected! Not so fast. This party's just getting started. Now we rock! Wait, what? Those spikes on your head are softer than they look. He's thought about how soft the spikes on his head are. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way? Prosecutor Gavin, Palmaractus choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next? He's right! There is more we don't know! But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while. Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand? Lady Tiala, half dead. Dr. Maractus pulling that stand. And a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand. What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night. Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet. You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin. Me? Fraulein, I only wish to know the truth. Well, let's go back over what we've learned up till now. Trucy takes after her father in court. Yeah, because she's like, just assume that it's true. And go from there. Which is a method that has worked pretty fucking well. Well, let's go back over what we've learned up till now. On the day of the murder, Waki saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. So, he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine. And Miss Tiala heard about this from Waki, so she went to the Maractus clinic ahead of him, in order to get rid of the chart with her signature. But then, something happened. Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold. But what about Dr. Maractus? That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Alita Tiala, perhaps he thought to death. What did he do after his crime? I was just knocked out, not dead. From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, Air Forehead, care to guess? Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Maractus do? Maybe he did think he killed Alita Tiala. Do I have evidence to show what he did next? Yeah, he fucking put her in the noodle cart.
Take that!
As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Guy Eldoon's noodle stand. What, killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand. It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside that stand. I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls? Maybe because the stand was heavy? Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place. Ah. Wait, you don't mean... I do. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala! My corpse? Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he'd killed you. His next move would be to dispose of the body. That's crazy talk! You're all crazy!
Objection!
Then let's think about it. Logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Waki Kitaki?
Objection!
I question your logic. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with? That's right, he had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand.
Objection!
Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination. What? Apparently the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand. The river, right? Here, please show us on this diagram. To where exactly was the victim dragging that stand? It has to be the river, right?
Take that!
There? That's a river. Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why. Annalala Dreams! Hi! Thank you for the raid! Welcome in, welcome in! We are getting to the climactic part of the trial! You're also playing Apollo Justice! Epic! By the way, what does this whole case have to do with Nick getting hit by a car? It was Dr. Maractus who hit him. Fire music for real. Yeah, it was Dr. Maractus whose car hit him. And also, it spilled the paint on the floor, which got the paint on the slippers that Alita was wearing. Yes, Your Honor, I scarcely need to explain why. perfect place to dispose of a body. He was going to throw me into that river? He didn't have many other options, Fraulein. I believe this clears up all of the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. And then, the denouement. Wesley's sister of panty-snatching fame. Of panty-snatching fame. Walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts, in that instant. So, I shot him? You were the only one who could have stolen Waki's pistol. It had to be you! Well, Miss Tiara? Humph. Nice work. You mean I'm right? I mean you've done a fine job dreaming up a story to get that spoiled brat off the hook. I love the limited 3D in this game, it's so charming. Okay, hold on. I love the limited 3D in this game, it's so charming. I love the limited 3D in this game, it's so charming. I love the limited 3D in this game, it's so charming. We're gonna watch that video at the end of the stream. I'm just pulling up the video so that I have it. Okay. You're the one who's dreaming! Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts! If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason! Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park? Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak. Where of what? I can't believe she's still trying to deny this. Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin? Must I always be the one to point out Air Forehead's errors? Maybe there really is something. I believe the Fraulein speaks of Air Doctor's car. His car? That's right! The Maractus Clinic has that big garage! In which sat a green sports car, was it? Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car. Ugh. And so we find our victim without probable cause to steal that stand. And our defense without a case. Objection! I have an idea! You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run! It was broken! Ah, what an excellent counter-argument, Fraulein. Too bad you're quite wrong. Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy. Daddy? That's right! That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car. Oh yes, I'd nearly forgotten about it. Afterward, he drove it back to that garage. It ran fine. That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car, Blocked tailpipe! Just like fucking Clavier's fucking bike had! A blocked tailpipe! A glaring contradiction to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. No! No! I shined my forehead so thoroughly today! Order, order, order. Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Dr. Maractus use his car to carry the body? Is that a groan of surrender I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. everything I've learned? Also, his forehead isn't even that big, Clavier. You gotta see pearls. Why would you do her like that? No, pearls. Your forehead isn't that big, honey, baby, darling girl. Maybe you just should possibly get bangs. Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. Her head is like a pearl. So true. A beautiful pearl. The defense would explain to us what happened that night. The car didn't run. I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car. Ha! Now you're making even less sense than usual. Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put one and one together and the explanation is simple. If it's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence. Show us proof why the car wouldn't run that night. These panties! Let's see now. Panties? Again? All sorts of things come out of my panties. Even the truth. Some creep asks Trucy what's in her panties, and she says, the truth! And then punches them. Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The theft of these panties, the latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid. In the Maractus Clinic garage. What? Snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them? Why, weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin. So you were here investigating? And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. Clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad, it looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that it could break just from that. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clogs the exhaust and they won't run. My, how interesting! While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Maractus garage. My god, this guy is actually clever. Apollo or Clavier? From that time, until the time we found these, both TBH? Yeah! The thing about all of the cases in Apollo Justice is that it never feels like dumb luck. At least in this game. I can't speak for the other ones. Like, it doesn't feel dumb. The conclusions don't feel dumb. They don't make you feel dumb, necessarily. Like, you just feel smart for figuring shit out. Because it's all there. And all of it is, like, not necessarily hard to figure out. You just have to put the pieces together. Your name must be Edwin! You must make the mimic! Even though it's difficult to put the pieces together. Oh, there's ads. But yeah, that's what I really... That's what I really love about this. Like... It's so cool and interesting how Apollo is, like, genuinely clever, and Clavier is also genuinely clever. It's sick as hell! And it's also why they're soulmates. Just another reason why. Oh, by the way! Oh, fucking alarm's going off. Shut the fuck up. Literally all thoughts were just knocked out of my brain. Oh, I was gonna say, I have sound effects in my channel points, in case anybody was interested in that. I keep forgetting to, like, plug them. But yeah, I have sound effects. And yeah, these two are gay. I should make one of the sound effects the thing from Community, the ha! Gay! Thank you for the honk. I really appreciate it. That car wouldn't start. What? That's why Dr. Maractus had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of. Clavier's jamming out. Well, Miss Tiala? This wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think. So it does. Where am I? So dark, can't see, cramped. Pain, my throat's burning. What's your problem? You, Doc! I know what you did! Ah! Lucky? You lied to me! So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man! Wait, let me explain. Fine, I'll give you your last request. Did anyone hear the honk? I heard the honk. Could you guys not hear the honk? I did add... Yeah, sound alerts... Sound alerts should be working. I heard the quack. Were you guys able to hear it? If not, I can try fixing it. I don't think it does. God damn it! Okay, let me add... media categories, capture, audio, input capture, desktop audio, application audio, reactive source, websites. Okay, hold on. Sound alerts. No. Oopsie, right before the big case moment too, sorry. It's okay, I have ADHD, I'll fix it later. Can we finish the climactic conclusion first? Yes, sorry. Fine, I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me. No! He'll ruin everything. I have to stop him. Cease this at once, you two! Funny. This isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well, too bad. I also love that it's subverting twice over now the huge, dramatic, like, freak out at the end of the trial. There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand? In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running. I believe we heard as much from Wesley's sister. He went to use a public phone to inform the police, which is when I made my escape. Which is when you left that slipper print. Dr. Maractus didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though. That was your mistake. No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. This shit kinda disorienting. Yeah, 'cause it's just like... It's like, where's the screaming? I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Waki declared guilty, it was you. It really was her biggest mistake going to Apollo because she assumed that he would be an idiot. She assumed that he would fail. Everyone constantly underestimates Apollo. As much as he gets used, he gets underestimated. I believe we've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Tiana doing? She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now. Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost. I think he already knew. He'd figured out she was the killer a while ago. Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the past 2 days. You lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something's the matter, Air Forehead? Looks like it's time to announce a verdict. Not guilty! Yay! And I guess Phoenix throws the confetti. Court is adjourned. June 17th, 4:12 p.m. Oh, it's so close to Homestuck time. It's so close. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Hi, Ponold. Hi, Gonald. Hi. Hi. Thanks for going and checking that bullet for us. Was that Ponold or Gonald? It was Gonald. He's more of the gopher kind of guy. Ah, he's a gopher guy? That's my persona. Oh, well, good for you. Everyone forgets that Apollo isn't an idiot. Everyone forgets that Apollo is competent, smart, that he was mentored under 2 of the best lawyers Japanifornia has ever seen. True! Literally, yeah. Everyone forgets that Apollo is smart and capable. Oh my god. I love that guy. Apollo Justice, he's such a cool dude. A real humdinger. Great job, Apollo! You did it! My fucking internet crashed. Did Emma throw the confetti? Oh my god, the idea that it's Emma, actually, I love that! That makes it being digital so much better, because, like, of course it's digital. She's like, I have to make it match the simulation. And Emma throws the confetti. There we go. Great job, Apollo, you did it! Yeah, we did somehow. I love that Trucy says you did it and Apollo says we did it. That's so cute. That's such a cute little detail. Gumshoe passes it down from his will because he's gone. Yeah, Gumshoe fucking died. Waki's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has you to thank. Hey, attorney man! You're gonna pay for what you did to my Alita, Holmes! Or to blame, I guess. You give my Alita back! Stupid pointy-head attorney with a death wish! Enough, Waki. Ah, Mr. Kataki. It's high time you opened your eyes, Waki. What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you opened yours! Giving up the life, trying to become some kind of businessman. He's not dead, he's not dead. Edgeworth just pays him. Edgeworth pays him for his Moirail services. He pays him for, like, hugs and emotional regulation. Don't talk about what you don't understand, Waki. I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out. If not in jail. Wouldn't that be a happy ending? Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kataki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Waki. Oh, Waki, Apollo has something to tell you. Huh? I do? Way to put me on the spot. What's that? Show him the reason why, Apollo. Why is Mr. Kataki trying to become a businessman? It's because of the fucking It's because of the chart, right? Yeah. Walkthrough boy. Listen! Yeah. I was pulling up the walkthrough. I don't want to get it wrong.
Take that!
Think about it, Walkie. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday. It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. She doesn't mean... You aren't really... Whoa, serious, Walkie! The seriouser. You aren't really... Are you? I searched the globe, and I found one. A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Walkie. But it's an expensive procedure. Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you? I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Walkie. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean. Please understand, Walkie. Dad! Man, I see how it is, old man. Always you looking out for... Walkie? Those were his eyebrows? Yeah! Listen good, old man! One day, I'm gonna take you out, then we'll see who's the OG! You try to hide in your business suit, I'll find you! Stupid old geezer! My Walkie! No, it's as it should be. Mr. Kataki! I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. By the way, your Walkie voice is really cute. Thank you! He's like the dad from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I was thinking of him too! I'm glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words, but I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you. Who, me? I don't think... Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest, the Kataki Lime Pie. He's opening a pie shop? So long. And he was gone. Well, let's head back, Apollo! To the Right Anything Agency! Hey, since when do I work at your agency? Aw, we make a good team! Don't just stand there, let's get going! Huh. Why not? She did help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. Tracy pulling a forced family on Polly. Exactly. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become. Oh, that's right! We have to go someplace first! Huh? Where? Why, to claim our reward from Mr. Eldoon! Ah, salty noodles. Right. He's got his stand back already? Oh, and after that, you can come see my show! With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat! Oh, it's special, all right. Please, anything but him. End. Yay! I would love to save my current progress. Let's return to the games menu for now. Now we are on to Turnabout Serenade. Ever since the second game, the second case of the series are always really solid. Yeah, I agree. That was a really solid, good case. So, what do we think of the characters? I'm assuming Waki is your favorite. At least Romeo's favorite. I think James Charles the Panty Snatcher is nobody's favorite. I do like Waki, yeah, but I'm gonna be real, I love seeing Emma. Emma! Emma! Oh, Emma Sky, how I love and adore you! I'm debating whether to end stream here. Or maybe stop playing Apollo Justice here. And do something else instead. I'm not sure. I mean, I've only been streaming for 3.5 hours, but it's 8 p.m. Yeah, it's 8:47, so it's edging close to 9. I ended it, I ended at 9:11 last night-ish. I do want to work on some stuff. Maybe we stop playing Ace Attorney and we draw instead. Losing my shit, smashing Apollo and Clavier together on my stupid island. Part of me knows that I should draw some stuff, work on some emotes and stuff. Part of me wants to play more Tomodachi Life. Not sure what to do. What do we think? Vote from the people that are still watching. Beloved must go to bed. And I kind of want them to be here for Turnabout Serenade. Apollo is growing on me a lot. I guess the big thing is that I shouldn't compare it too much to Rightworth because those two are genuinely insane. Yeah, those two are fucking crazy. But, like, the thing about Clopalo is also kind of crazy when you consider that Kristoff is Clavier's brother. Clopalo gets crazy. It does get crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there are some ways in which I actually like Clopalo more than I like Rightworth. I think Rightworth is just canon, is the thing. And, like, Clopalo isn't necessarily canon because, like, I don't look at this and go, they're together. I look at this and go, Clavier is in love with Apollo. I almost forgot about that, despite Clavier basically having the same face as Kristoff. Yeah. Like, the sort of history here is insane, because, like, imagine you are Clavier Gavin, your brother is probably pretty overbearing, right? And you have a lot to live up to, and you become a prosecutor probably as a sort of rebellion. And then, but he's still, like, you're still following in his shoes a little bit, and you're trying to, like... That's what's so fun about Clavier. He's nothing like Kristoff. Exactly. He's nothing like him. Like, Kristoff would do anything to get a client declared innocent. Reverse Sasha Payne, I gotta stop accidentally copying canon characters. Literally! Like, it's, honestly, I think Sasha Payne and Clavier should, like, go out for drinks together or something. They should get a coffee and just talk. But, like, you're Clavier, you think your brother is probably invincible, and then he gets arrested for murder, and this scrawny little defense attorney took your brother down. Yeah, this rookie gets him arrested, and you probably want to see what this guy is made of. And honestly, you like what you see. Even before you know it's him, you think he's very handsome. He's a cutie. And then it turns out he is the guy who got your brother convicted of murder. The greatest attorney since Phoenix Wright. And you are kind of instantly attracted to him. And then you get to see what he's made of in court. And you see that the biggest thing that's wrong with him is how unsure of himself he is. Like, if you paid attention, like, Clavier isn't necessarily... I mean, he's teasing him a little bit, but he's more nudging him to... He's more nudging him into being like, you've got the conclusion. Like, come on, Air Forehead. I know you've got this. You took down my brother. Perfect Kristoff Gavin. And you defeated him. So why don't you believe in you the way that I believe in you? For some reason, he acts more like a good mentor to him than Kristoff did. Yeah, you know the same person that made you uncertain is what makes him uncertain. Yes! Because it's like, with how manipulative Kristoff is, it's absolutely, like, not hard to imagine that he kind of engineered it so that Apollo would depend on him. Because he saw how talented Apollo was. And he needed control over that. He couldn't let himself, the coolest defense in the West, be outshone by some nobody. So, he took him under his wing in order to take him under his control. And that, to me, is part of the big reason why Apollo is so unsure of himself all the time. I mean, there was no way that Apollo was ever truly meant to win that first case. Exactly! Kristoff set him up to lose. He let him fly so that he would fall, and be so grateful to Kristoff when he caught him. When he decided to continue being his mentor anyway. I mean, I imagine the plan was like, and Phoenix set Apollo up to win. Yeah, but even in doing that, he used him as a pawn. Even in setting him up to win, he set him up to be a fraud. There is no way for Apollo to win that case legitimately. Phoenix knew what he had to do in order to win. He was working with poker brain. And that's how he had to live for 7 years. Phoenix demanded Apollo put wind under his wings only for himself. Yeah. Yeah. He, like, forced the wind under Apollo's wings, and then he went, yeah, that was just me blowing smoke. It's so interesting. And then here comes Clavier. And Clavier just gently nudges. He sets him up to win. And then he's not even upset that he himself lost. He sets Apollo up to win, and he's fine with that. Because he doesn't care about winning, he only cares about the truth. And that's where he starts out. Apollo, I love you. You are truly alone in your own success. Kind of. But even then, like, that's what drives me crazy about Clavier, is that, like, the only one that's kind of there is Clavier. And Trucy. Like, he definitely can't count on fucking Phoenix. And, like, he had to depend on Trucy in this case a little bit. But, like, can't rely on the old generation. Exactly! That's a huge part of, like, the theme of this game, I think, is that, like, things have to change. The kids are on their own. Yep. The kids are on their own and things have to change. They can't stay the way that they've been because the way that they've been isn't working. It's hurting people. And that's such a huge theme in this game. And Clavier is like, he doesn't care about like professionalism and like tradition and stuff. There's an ad starting in 20 seconds. It's just all so interesting. This is an incredible game. It truly is. Clavier is just... He has this way... Yeah. Okay, Beloved needs to sleep. Good night. I love you. I'm thinking about actually ending stream here, maybe, and raiding somebody so that I can text you, mostly. Just a little bit. Yeah. I think we're gonna end here for today. I love you! Thank you guys so much for being here. Let's find somebody to raid. Okay. Okay, we've got ads for a minute, which gives me time to look at the people that are... Oh, somebody's playing Rise from the Ashes. Rise from the Ashes. Okay, I think we're gonna raid this person. I think we're gonna raid this person who's playing Rise from the Ashes. Okay, thank you guys so much for coming to stream. I appreciate you guys so much. Good night. Good night, everyone.